Did 50 Shades of Grey star Dakota Johnson bring down one of the most popular talk show hosts in history? Well, no, but you might have recently seen a lot of jokes on Twitter that say as much. Ellen Degeneres' reputation has been on a downward slide since roughly last fall when, during a particularly awkward interview, Degeneres accused Johnson of not inviting her to a birthday party, and Johnson replied with the now infamous quote, "Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen." But that was just one in a series of controversial incidents surrounding Degeneres, who culminated in a much more serious way last week after a pair of BuzzFeed articles alleged a toxic work environment on the daily talk show, as well as allegations of sexual harassment and misconduct by producers, Warner Bros. They launched an internal investigation. Degeneres sent an email to staff that said she took responsibility as the face of the show, but criticised her employees for not doing their jobs as they knew I'd want them done. As a result, she wrote, she and the production company will be taking steps together to correct the issues. The revealing and disturbing story of America told through 20 years of reality dating shows. Now, if you're curious about how things got to this point, here's a guide to how Ellen's public persona went from the new Queen of Nice to even fellow celebrities calling her out for treating people horribly. January 2019, the Kevin Hart interview about the Oscars. The Ellen Degeneres show has long been seen as a friendly spot for A-list stars looking to promote their new project, even though the host also likes to pull terrifying pranks on them as soon as they step on set. In January 2019, Kevin Hart appeared shortly after he stepped down as Academy Awards host, because of controversy over his previous homophobic tweets and jokes. Ellen, who's coming out as gay on her sitcom in 1997, was a groundbreaking moment for the LGBT community, said that she believed in second chances and urged him to ignore the negative comments online. She also called the Academy and asked them to rehire Hart. A backlash ensued from people offended by Hart's homophobic comments and who didn't appreciate Ellen dismissing them as haters. In October 2019, the George W. Bush photo. Last fall, Ellen and former President George Bush were photographed chatting and laughing together at a Dallas Cowboys Green Bay Packers game. The image sparked outrage on the internet because Ellen, an LGBTQ advocate whose career suffered when she came out, was so friendly with a politician who supported a ban on same-sex marriage and whose administration launched the Iraq War. Ellen's explanation on her show the following week, peppered with jokes, did not impress her critics. People were upset. They thought, why is a gay Hollywood liberal sitting next to a conservative Republican president? Ellen said during her monologue, "Here's the thing, I'm friends with George Bush. In fact, I'm friends with a lot of people who don't share the same beliefs that I have. We're all different, and I think that we've forgotten that that's okay, that we are all different." She compared it to how she doesn't agree with people who wear fur, or those who play Christmas music in October. "When I say be kind to one another, I don't only mean the people that think the same way you do," she continued. "I mean be kind to everyone." She showed one tweet that said, "Ellen and George Bush make me have faith in America again," and the audience burst into applause, but many disagreed. Summarized in one sample YouTube comment, Ellen whitewashing the crimes of a war criminal as differences of opinion, like not wearing fur, actually has me lost faith in humanity. And we now come to July 2020, the fallout. On July 16th, BuzzFeed published a long story by Christy Lee Andoli, who interviewed former, and one current, Ellen show employee who alleged a toxic environment of racism, fear, and intimidation. As one former staffer said, that "be kind" bullcrap only happens when the cameras are on. It's all for show. 2 weeks later, Yandoli published another story that reported that, according to dozens of people who worked behind the scenes of the show, the office is a place where sexual harassment and misconduct by top executive producers runs rampant. Warner Bros. Released a statement last week that it has been interviewing employees and said in part, though not all of the allegations were corroborated, we are disappointed that the primary findings of the investigation indicated some deficiencies related to the show's day-to-day management. We have identified several staffing changes along with appropriate measures to address the issues that have been raised. Ellen also sent an email to staff that said there will be changes. On day one of our show, I told everyone in the first meeting that the Ellen Degeneres show would be a place of happiness. No one would ever raise their voice, and everyone would be treated with respect. Obviously, something changed, and I'm disappointed to learn that this has not been the case, and for that, I'm sorry. I'm also learning that people who work with me and for me are speaking on my behalf and misrepresenting who I am, and that has to stop, she continued. As someone who has judged and nearly lost everything for just being who I am, I truly understand and have deep compassion for those being looked at differently or treated unfairly, not equal, or worse, disregarded. To think that any of you have felt that way is awful to me. This all led to a Daily Mail story published Saturday that suggested the show feels done, but executive producer Andy Lasner dismissed the idea on Twitter last week, saying, "Nobody's going off the air." When asked for comment, a Warner Brothers representative replied that the season premiere of The Ellen Degeneres Show is September 9th. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to click that little bell so you never miss another amazing video from us. Until next